What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today is a day that I've been dreading for quite some time now. I unfortunately have to admit, Aegislash might be kinda good in PvP. While this Pokemon is a little bit of a buggy mess right now in the Great League, it's a Pokemon that can put in a lot of work, especially when shields go down. We just saw this last weekend, Tauntaun Batous won a regional championship using this Pokemon, as well as a Shadow Hydreigon on his team, which was pretty cool. Basically, the idea behind Aegislash is you want to get shields down as early as possible. You can go for moves like Brave Bird on my Galarian Moltres. You can try to go for a lot of bug bite damage and debuffs. Basically, anything that you can to either strip away shields or punish your opponent for not shielding is a great way to try to win games with Aegislash. Once shields go down, Aegislash just sweeps games, and if your opponents are no-shielding Brave Birds, you're probably in a pretty good spot anyway. So it's a very interesting Pokemon. It plays a lot different than almost anything else in the game, and I'm excited to try to learn it out a little bit more now. Finally built a good one. I'm excited to see what it can do. Real quick, before we get into the battles, I want to ask, if you're not currently subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Helps out quite a bit, and I'd really appreciate it. But let's get into the battles and see how Aegislash can do. Alright, first opponent of the day. I don't know, I feel like Aegislash is a cool Pokemon. I'm not the best Aegislash user, though, which is why I'm learning, right? I want to figure out how to use this Pokemon. We see a Shadow Malamar in the lead, and honestly, this is pretty good news right here. As long as I can potentially get my Fortress against that Malamar, I should be in a very good spot. I would imagine these are only Air Cutters coming through, but maybe they're like crazy and running Iron Head or Sky Attack. Now, just an Air Cutter, hopefully no boost. They don't boost, that's amazing. And now we'll go for some Flies here, just to try to chip him down as much as we can. Fly is resisted, but I mean, you know, my Sucker Punches do a lot. I resist the Sand Attacks here too, so it's not that bad of a matchup for us. Like, 2 Flies basically knock out, right? And that's what's really nice about this. They have already had 2 Pokemon, though, pretty strong into Aegislash, though, this game, so it's kind of awkward. And honestly, a Corviknight is never really pressured into shielding in this matchup, because Fly is resisted. I tried to at least build up to a payback to see if I could get a shield that way, but they did let that go. Do I Sucker Punch down, or do they get the next move off? We do Sucker Punch down. So now we have a decent amount of HP here. We might get to a Fly, maybe a Brave Bird, depending on what comes in. I would love to see the Malamar come in, I guess. No, it's actually going to be the Ufisk. Okay. This is going to be a very odd game, but I think I know exactly what I want to do. I think I just kind of try to sweep with my Fortress, right? Or, yeah. I'm just going to sacrifice my Moltres here. We get a shield with a Brave Bird? Well, they're going to be a little bit sad when they see that in the backline, something's about to be charging up here. I'm not ever going to shield this Pokemon. I'm just going to get to 2 Shadow Balls, throw them both, and start tapping my screen after that. And hopefully we start to win. Yeah, we survived that pretty easily. Oh, so they think that I don't have a second answer to this. That's kind of funny. Okay, you know, Aegislash was pretty useless that game, but honestly, it did what it needed to, right? It was there. It would have put in a lot of work if they didn't just swap right then. Nice. Okay, that's a quick game. All right, next opponent. Hopefully we see a little bit more play for our Aegislash, but either way, we'll see what happens. Quagsire. Now, I've seen so many different movesets recently. I've even seen like a Mud Bomb Stone Edge variant, so I have no idea if they even run Stone Edge anymore. But no matter what, I do like to see this here, because my Sucker Punches do a lot. And, I mean, I do survive a Stone Edge, so I don't see a reason to shield just yet. Maybe I should, though. Honestly, maybe I should shield in the lead to try to get shields down. But this is fine. I'm going to go for a Brave Bird on CMP, potentially, with an Aqua Tail, but they just overfarm. That's fine. They might be on Mud Bomb, who's to say? And if they are, that's good news for them, I guess. Means they have a better way to hit against my Aegislash later on. Wait. A bit of a miscount by them, actually. They let us CMP a Fly against a Quagsire. Dude, if I get the second shield right now, I would be so happy. Okay, well, as Tauntaun Batous recently proved at the Prague Regional, once shields are down, Aegislash is insane. It's a Pokemon that should be able to sweep through most teams. We'll see, though. I mean, I think this Quagsire can probably get maybe 2 Aqua Tails off here. I'm going to shield the first just to make sure I don't take a Stone Edge. I think I can Bug Bite down before they get a second move through. At least a second, like, Stone Edge if they end up baiting. And they actually just full send the Stone Edge now, so... I mean, maybe they get an Aqua Tail off here? I hope not. Okay, they actually do. But that's fine. It's only an Aqua Tail, right? We have a lot of energy on our Fortress. We still have a shield advantage on our Aegislash. I think we're still in a pretty good spot. We have the Bug Bite down against the Quagsire. In comes... what? They're actually thinking for a second here. Maybe they have a hard answer and they're just making me feel like I have hope, or maybe they don't know what to do. Okay, well, I think that might answer that a little bit. I probably should have built up extra energy here, you know, just in case I needed it for the backline, because I don't need to instantly debuff this, but I also wouldn't mind doing that. I mean, what does Aegislash lose to up a shield? Does it lose to anything? I'm not the Aegislash expert around here. I don't think it loses to anything at that point. And honestly, if they want to do this, that's even better for me. That is the second Eufisk we're going to see that we're also just going to take down. Because I think that we just get to 2 Sand Tombs, and by the time they get to 2 discharges, I should just have them knocked out. And Aegislash walls the Wigglytuff, and this game is over. Honestly, even without this shield, I bet Aegislash would have closed out this game, because we have access to so much bulk. We would just need 1 Gyro Ball for the Wigglytuff, 1 Shadow Ball for the Eufisk, and that would have been enough. But honestly, I'm also fine just taking out the Eufisk before Aegislash has to see it, because while it's not, like, unplayable, it definitely is a negative matchup. And now they're going to be very sad once they see the sword. They probably top left, but I'd be so happy if they didn't, just so I can test something. Oh, I wanted to Shadow Ball it. Okay, whatever. We'll take the win. GG's. All right, next game. A lot of Eufisk so far. I mean, Eufisk is not great for the team, but we've already proven it's not unplayable. And we see a Florges in the back line. Okay, well, I do have 2 steals in the back, but honestly, Shadow Fortress is not the best steel type when it comes to taking down Florges because they can just spam out debuffs into us. But the thing is, Florges is also not the best fairy type into Galarian Moltres, so if we can dance around a little bit this game, get some shields down at some point, I'd be pretty happy. Okay, we're just gonna go instantly here for the Rock Tomb. I don't know if we get a shield or if they let this go. I would be so happy with the shield right now, but they do let that go. 5. Okay, I think I do win the zeros, because I think I get a Sand Tomb off before they get their next Chilling Water. But either way, I probably survive the next Chilling anyway. It's just, do I get debuffed first? Oh, actually, I don't get it. I think 5 Sucker Punches might knock this out, honestly. But I don't love the spot that I'm in. They have played this in a way where they've conserved a lot of resources this game. Yeah, we can Sucker Punch this down. We actually get 4 Sucker Punches out of this, which is pretty nice. That's like half of a Brave Bird that we can throw into the backline, potentially. Okay. I mean, not amazing, but not terrible. I'm gonna go for a Fly. Maybe I should go for a Brave Bird to try to guarantee a shield. But if I go for the Fly, then I can probably win the 1 shield matchup here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll shield this up. I think I want to save my Moltres this game. At least save it a little bit. They should be 2 away from their next move. And, I mean, if they let this go, I guess that's fine. I would love to see a shield, though. They might think, if I'm staying in here, that I'm pretty weak to Charge Bug, and I hope they think that. Nice, okay. And now is when Aegislash starts to try to come in and do Aegislash things. But I don't know if it can do Aegislash things against this, honestly. We'll see. 6. Dude, do they have Earth Power? If they do, I'm in trouble either way. Because the problem is Aegislash does not, in fact, one-shot a Gastrodon. It does have Earth Power, so I just take so much extra damage here. If this was a Shadow Quagsire, I think this game would have been a win, guaranteed. But I think the Gastrodon, just bulky enough to survive a Shadow Ball. I guess we'll see. Maybe I can, like, swap out or Psycho Cut them down or something. I don't see it happening, though. Alright, eventually we'll get the Shadow Ball off here. Aegislash's worst thing is that it's such a clunky Pokemon. Yeah, I mean, like, I have to shield this, but I can't. Oh, that's huge that we survived that, actually. If I got that move off into the Gastro, that could be game-winning. If that, like, final Sucker Punch landed, as long as I'm not on 1 HP here. Because maybe I can Psycho Cut down the Gastro. I don't know if I got 2 Sucker Punches against the Gastro, though, or only 1. We'll see. If I got 2 off, that is huge. If I only got 1, then 1 Psycho Cut is not enough. Oh, they transferred the Sucker Punch damage. Yeah, that was actually way closer in the endgame than I thought it would be, and that was an Earth Power Gastrodon. Almost no play for my Aegislash in the backline, but it almost found a way. Alright, next game. Let's see if they let us have a good lead for once. Okay. Don't love this, but, you know, they likely don't have a hard answer to Shadow Fortress. We'll bring it in and see what they want to do. I mean, that's not a hard answer necessarily, but it's not amazing for me to see either. 7. And they actually let me get a debuff off before they throw energy here, which is kind of strange. But this isn't a great core to see. They're so weak to Ice-type damage, too, so, like, in the backline, I do kind of wonder what they might have. 10, 11, 12. Well, I mean, they have about 100 energy here, so I don't think there's a reason to shield this. It could be Flamethrower even. I've seen like one or two, yeah, actually, that do run Flamethrower, which is kind of crazy. It makes some sense, though. But man, I think Aegislash has way too much work to do this game. If that wasn't Flamethrower, then I probably could have come in with Aegislash here, actually, which would have been pretty nice. All right, Aura Sphere is going to hurt, but we do survive the next one. I'm going to catch it on Aegislash. That way I save a little bit of energy on my Moltres that maybe I can use later on to like combo play the Ufisk. But this is not looking amazing for us. Oh, they come in Shadow Malamar of all things. I think I'm actually pretty fine with that. Why can I not see Psy Waves? Where are the Psy Wave animations? There they are. That was weird. I don't love this necessarily, but I'm going to shield the first move. Just because I think I kind of have to, honestly. I don't want to be in a spot here where I'm so low on HP that I just can't do anything with Aegislash. So we'll do that, and I don't take that much Psywave damage either. So I think this is a decent play. And I can start going for Psycho Cuts too, which give me a little bit more energy. Oh, they let me get 2 Psycho Cuts. That's huge. Obviously, I do have to shield this move. If I didn't, I would just lose the game on the spot. Man, I'd love to be able to go for like a combo play, but I don't think I ever can. Okay, interesting. Is that the play for them? Wait a second. I think I'm fine here. I think I might be kind of fine, that is. Because I might be able to get a Brave Bird off into the Malamar. Unless a superpower knocks me out. But I guess there is still the Togekiss around too, right? So this game's going to be really awkward, because I bet the switch clock's going to be up by the time that I throw this next move. Just because, obviously, here, that's kind of how the game works when you're stalling the switch clock so much. Maybe I should have swapped out, actually, right now, and gone for a fly. And I don't think so. I don't think that would ever be the play. Okay. They likely bring in the Malamar here. They haven't taken much damage, but they would get one-shot by a Brave Bird, potentially. Okay. I was hoping we could, like, try to catch a foul play here. I don't think this game's super possible now that we take a superpower. Yeah, we just get knocked out. Dang, okay. We tried our best. We tried our best. That's such an RPS team against us, and once again, we nearly come back from it. Is that, like, 3 or 4 Ufisks so far today? I think it's only 3, but, like, it's 4 electric types, which I'm so surprised we've seen so many of. And yet, we almost have play there. It's just they have to have just the worst situation for us. Every single game. Alright, next opponent. Moltres into Gourgeist. Well, that's a beautiful lead. My backline, it does not want any part of this, though, so we'll see if we can hold on to switch advantage. Okay. Well, I mean, this is a pretty good matchup to be in so far. Obviously, if they want to, they can probably go down shields to win switch advantage, but if they want to do that, I might do something crazy. We'll see, though. We'll see if it comes to crazy or not. Should we go crazy play, or should we go sane play? It's hard to say. We'll see what they do, I guess, right? If anything, I want to at least get Bug Bite damage into this, so I can put them into range where I could do something crazy. Oh, they let that go? Okay, I guess. I mean, they'll get like 2 Incinerates out of this matchup, probably. Maybe 1 if I'm lucky, but I think they get 2. Yeah, so they get a Seed Bomb loaded, which is a little bit annoying, I suppose, but it's not that bad. And 2 shields are in play. I don't love that necessarily. What is this? Okay, Walrein. That's, I think, pretty fine. It's like I can force him to throw a move first. And that puts him in a really awkward spot. Where, like, do they want an Earthquake? I mean, they probably do, right? Nice. So we shield the Earthquake. Could have been a bad play for me to have done that, but I think it wasn't terrible. We'll throw a little bit sooner, just to make sure that we can potentially get a Psycho Cut or 2 extra energy. And, I mean, even if they try to catch on Gourgeist, like, they'd be catching a Shadow Ball, right? I don't know how good that would be for them. Alright. We just go back into shield form now. We get back up to back-to-back moves. And then, I mean, we probably get caught on, or they try to catch at some point, but that's fine. And, like, obviously they're going to go for the other attack there, because, like, why wouldn't they? Okay, Earthquake's gonna hurt. But we do survive it. We're an Aegislash, right? We survive so much. All right, and now the big question is, do they try to switch out into Gourgeist? But I guess my question is, do I care if they do? Because I bet my Moltres could probably just get a Brave Bird off against this. Maybe it's a risky play to think that I could do that, but it's a non-Shadow Walrein. Oh, they don't even swap? Okay, maybe they were expecting me to expect them to swap, so they just stay in. But I mean, now we just win, right? Yeah, easy one-shot against a Walrein. I'm kind of surprised we one-shot that of all things, but we don't one-shot the Go-Goat game? Oh, I thought they, like, top-lefted. There's, like, this glitch with Aegislash where, like, if a KO happens, sometimes it, like, stops for 5 seconds to just, like, let you, I don't know, look at the battle. So, yeah, they did not top-left. That was just a game pause. Anyway, Gourgeist gets knocked out, and we win that one. All right, next game. We'll see Moltres up against Hydreigon. Okay. You know, I could definitely see there being an Aegislash in the back with this. But I mean, Hydreigon's a Pokemon that doesn't necessarily like taking damage. So even though I have resisted Sucker Punch here, we have Fly, and Fly's gonna hurt. They have Fly too, funnily enough, but I mean, I'm fine no-shielding this, because the whole strategy behind this team is trying to get shields down from them as quickly as we can. And like, if they no-shield my Fly, they get knocked out. If I no-shield theirs, we do survive. And if they have an Aegislash in the back, which honestly, Hydreigon Aegislash, very common core recently, there is a good chance that we can just make our Moltres be really annoying for them. Oh, interesting. Non-Shadow Quagsire. I don't even know if that was good timing. Those animations sucked. They're at 7. I do want to save my Fortress if I can, because that Hydreigon is going to be a little bit tricky to take down later on this game. And alright. I mean, they could be on Stone Edge here, but it's a non-Shadow Quagsire. I survive it a little bit easier than, you know, the Shadow variant. Okay, they just Mud or Aqua Tail. 11. I'll shield this up for sure. I kind of have to. And we'll see what they do. Another Aqua Tail. What do I do, actually? I'm in such an awkward spot. Man, non-Shadow Quag actually puts in a lot of work here. Not gonna lie, that's a little bit annoying. Okay. We see the final Pokemon is a Feraligatr. Maybe I get his shield down with this Rock Tomb? We do, actually. Okay. I don't know what to do here. Did I just lose? Do I lose this game? I might. I don't know how I'm supposed to deal with this. It's like everything's surviving on 1 HP. And like that's the worst thing Aegislash could possibly deal with, you know? Aegislash doesn't want any part of this. They're always going to build up as much energy as they can, which is a very smart play. I mean, I still have my Fortress around that can try to... Of course, they're on Crunch. It can try to deal with some stuff. Luckily, no debuff. Hold on, okay. This might be fine, kinda. We'll see if it's fine. Aqua Tail, we do survive that. Okay, we get a knockout here. That's good. I do. I think I know what I kind of have to do here. I think I always just swap into Fortress and hope they come in Hydreigon. They do. Please tell me I can knock them out here. Please tell me I can do that. It would be so nice if I could. I don't know if I can, though. I don't think the Sand Tomb knocks out. It's just like, can I Bug Bite down before they switch? No, I cannot. Oh, no. Now I take a Crunch here. I swap back to Sword form. I might survive this Crunch. I just don't know if I can knock out the Hydreigon now. I do survive that. It's just Hydreigon is, first of all, is really spammy, so they might be at a Brutal Swing, and second of all, Psycho Cut is very resisted. So even if they're not at a move just yet, do I even knock them out with a fast move? Yes, we'll see. Eventually. Ah, they have the move. Yeah, no. They're not in Psycho Cut range. Oh my goodness, why is there a Hydreigon? You know, they outmaneuvered me that game, but also, it's just, that's such a bad core breaker for me that I really don't know what I'm supposed to do against. Next game. No more Hydreigon, please. That is a crazy Pokemon. Oh my goodness. I feel like, this isn't even on me at this point. I feel like I'm not an algorithm believer necessarily, but it definitely doesn't feel great being in this spot where every single game we end up somehow not winning lead. All right, we're gonna try our best here to let this go and just maybe get some shields against the backline. Well, we'll get a shield against this, I suppose. It's actually a Shadow Toucan, and these bug bites are kind of shredding them. This is going to be an odd game. How do I want to play this? Or we get the shield. I kind of needed the debuff, right? So I think that's a fine play. They farm us all the way down. They don't actually go for it. They might have been able to. They're at 9. Man, I would love to come in Aegislash here. I don't know if I can, though. They're at 4, 5, 6, 7. They have a Beak Blast, but, like, dude, I can't shield that. I just can't. There's no way I can shield that. Surely it's a second flying type in the backline and I just win. Because, like, Aegislash is insane. Alright, I'm going to bank a Fly and swap out. Because Fly could actually be some useful chip damage once I land a Shadow Ball into this, Ufisk. Wait. Okay, we actually know we don't one-shot this, which is annoying. But, like, it's good to know. I'm actually just going to instantly Shadow Ball here. It might be a crazy play, because I'm going to end up shielding a Leaf Blade after. But I feel like I need to get some actual damage against this as soon as I can. Like, I need to either get a shield here, or, like, put them into charging down range. And, like, honestly, that single Psycho Cut that I'm going to land here likely does enough to put them into charging range. So despite shielding a Leaf Blade of all things, I think this might just be the play. Actually, wait. Is that not how that works? Did I not get, like, a Psycho Cut of damage off against them? That looked like I only got, like, a charging of damage. I wouldn't be surprised if that's just a bug with this Pokemon. Not gonna lie, there's probably, like, 20 things that I don't know about this pick. Alright, I think the play here, though, is once again just instantly go for the Shadow Ball. No reason not to. I don't get farmed down here by Thundershocks. And if they give me a couple of Psycho Cuts even, that does put them closer to range where I do knock them out just with the Shadow Ball. Okay. Aegislash, do your thing eventually. Five minutes later, we swap to Sword form. Shadow Ball. Okay, nice. We get a couple of Psycho Cuts here, which is huge. Oh, well, I think they just threw the game completely. They must not realize how quickly you generate energy if you're in Sword form. Like, sure, the Thundershocks hurt quite a bit, but I just end up knocking out now because of the extra Psycho Cut damage. And I have a Fly, I have a Shield. The game's lagging, because why wouldn't it? I love Aegislash. No bugs with this Pokemon. Okay, there we go. That was actually, I think, a pretty good Aegislash game. Okay, next game. Can we see, like, a good lead? Just one. Ah! Why? Why? You know, I'm actually kind of fine with this. For one main reason, and that's because I want to prove the haters wrong that you don't always need to win leads. Oh my goodness. Well, it wouldn't hurt to win leads, though. Like, wow. I think this is almost certainly a snipe. Right? Like, this cannot be a real team. Like, name one way that this here is a real team that we're fighting right now. I don't even know why I came in so quickly here. I'm just done. I'm just done. I am fed up. We did bait out the Macargo. Like, that's a good thing. Why does that do so much? They're debuffed. Okay. I mean, at least I can, like, bank a Brave Bird here and swap, hopefully. Yeah. It's, like, not the worst case scenario. That is the worst case scenario. Because, like, you know what they do here, right? Oh, well, I guess I can do that, too. Is there a chance? They fly? Man, that's crazy. Is there ever a chance? I don't know. I take an Incinerate, and that hurts so badly. If they, like, go for a charge attack here for some reason, I'm actually in a decent position, which is odd to say. Okay, I guess I land this. That's cool, I guess. But, like, that one Incinerate might just knock me out. It doesn't, but man, that hurts. Does this Brave Bird KO them? If it does, again, there's actually still a chance we win this game. It doesn't, but, like, maybe I can somehow charging down? I don't think I'm going to get enough energy here. I think they might just Swift us, honestly. Oh, they have back-to-back moves. The 1 HP survive actually is so tragic. On this game, of all things? On this game? I survived that, which is even funnier. Oh, they had a move, so yeah. I mean, like, I don't think there's much of a chance if I don't... I don't know. I needed that Brave Bird to knock out, and then I win that game. That makes me so sad. All right, Moltres into Florges. You know, we cannot catch a break today. But maybe we don't want to break. Maybe we want to be tested. We'll bring in our Fortress here and see what they do. Okay, I mean, I guess we kind of need to bait that out. Honestly, like, this is probably still kind of playable, isn't it? Because I don't get one-shot by a Fire Punch. They are on Mud Shot, so their energy generation is a little bit quicker, but that also means my Moltres should get a pretty nasty farm down against this. Let's go for a Sand Tomb immediately to make it so I can get a little bit of an easier farm down. I would be a little bit annoyed if what they do is they just win this matchup and then they swap out. If they do that, that's really annoying. But surely they don't do that. Okay, they overfarm pretty much perfectly there. If they were just a second off, I could have got that Sand Tomb through, but honestly, that doesn't really help me either way. They're at 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. I mean, they throw energy here. But the problem for them is at this point, I do have a little bit of energy on my Moltres, so I can at least chip down that Florges a little bit. Yeah, that's a very smart play. I was kind of worried they'd do that. With that said, I think Aegislash is not going to hate this matchup. Even getting debuffed, it's not going to be unplayable for us, because I bet even a -2 Gyro Ball comes pretty close to knocking them out. And look at how little damage that Chilling Water does. That is actually a little bit pitiful. 5, all right. But what's going to be in the back line? Why were they so willing to swap out? All right. Let's throw this before we get debuffed. We'll see if this is even going to be enough to knock him out at -2. I know Aegislash is offensive, but this is 50% less damage than you would normally be doing. So, I mean, we'll find out. Maybe it's enough. Maybe not. Oh, well, maybe we don't find out, actually. I mean, okay. Yeah, sure, just give me the Psycho Cuts here, trainer. That's amazing. Thank you. I don't know what that play was, but I think I'm actually very fine with this. I have so much energy now on Aegislash and on Moltres. I'm really surprised they did that. But we'll see, I guess, what they have in the backline. I still have 2 shields, which is like, when do I shield? And what do I shield this game, you know? I know I don't win CMP, so no real reason to go for it. But I can shield this up now, and now I can Brave Bird. That way, I can hopefully get as much energy as possible. And maybe, like, if I want to here, I could even try to swap back out into Aegislash at some point and save my Moltres and all the energy I have here. Oh, they let that go. I have so many nukes. What's in the back line? We win. We just win. Wow. Wait, we're beating Fairy Double Ground with Dark Double Steel. Oh my goodness. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have swapped, but actually it's so fine that I swapped. Because you know what? Either they have to shield this Shadow Ball and throw energy against me, or like they... I don't know. I win. All I can tell you is I win, because I'm going to be able to either Psycho Cut down, or just get to a second charge attack, or even just Sucker Punch down. Yeah, this game is over. Nice. That was a weird game. I'm glad we won it. It's not a great lead necessarily, but at least we can probably get some shields down. They are staying in. Good, okay. Because we can outpace them here to the flies. And sure, if they want to, they can double shield and farm me all the way down. In fact, they could even try to go for like a funny play where, I mean, I don't know if Sand Tomb makes it so Bug Bites do extra damage, but they could try to go for that. They do end up shielding. They give me a sneak, actually. So even if they do Sand Tomb, I think I always get another fly off, so that's pretty nice. And getting this out of the way is likely good for our odds of winning this game. They actually do Sand Tomb, you know, fair play. It looks like it doesn't actually do extra fast move pressure to us, though. And now if they don't end up knocking us out here, or, well, rather, if they let me knock them out, then I have a Moltres that hasn't been debuffed. Oh, they shield that, okay. Alright, guys, we're in a spot now where I have set up a shield advantage on my Aegislash. And I think I'm going to commit to that. We bring in our own Fortress, we can survive a Rock Tomb pretty easily here. We should get a full Bug Bite down. And at this point, Aegislash wins. There's nothing it can lose to. It could be like that Marowak Carbink team. I wouldn't be super surprised if that were the case. Okay, we one-shot this with the Shadow Ball. And I should survive a Shadow Ball from them. It's just like, do I want a shield or not? I mean, I instantly say no, so I guess that's the answer. But, like, how good of a play is it here to let this through? Yeah, that doesn't do that much. Alright, we'll throw now, and really just hope there's no fast move pressure in the back line to take advantage of me. But, like, if there is, I mean, I have some energy here, too, that I can hopefully get to another Shadow Ball, or maybe Gyro Ball against if I need to. We'll see what they bring in. Who is their final Pokemon? Oh, please, stay in. No! No! They don't like me to have fun, do they? Alright, we'll take it. Okay, we got our next game. Moltres into Skeleturge. Okay, dude, what's up with the fire types? At least it's in the lead, but man, it's crazy just how many of these I've seen. Wow, okay, well, this is like the reverse situation of like the last 5 games. This is, I like where this is going. Superpower is gonna do a decent chunk, but honestly, that just gives him less farm. I think I survive 1 Incinerate, so I get a Rock Tomb off against them, which is nice, I guess, but it doesn't really matter. It's like the Rock Tomb is not going to put them into charging down range for my Aegislash. But it will make it so it's like a slightly easier Sucker Punch down. Alright, they're at 2, so 1 away from a Blast Burn or a Torch Song. And I don't really know what Skeleturges are running these days. What if we just come in instantly and make it so they can't even get a move off? What's in the back? Okay, like that's actually a little scary, but I think it's actually fine. Right? Like, I survive a close combat here if they throw it. They do actually throw it, but I think that is so fine, because I think Aegislash just wins this game. Because they're using Karate Chop and Night Slash. That's not going to do that much to us. And since they had to debuff themselves, Gyro Ball easily knocks out. Oh, why don't they ever let me see it? I want to see it in practice, just how that matchup plays out, but they don't let me. I'll take the win, though. I really didn't find too many favorable matchups with this team, but I'm going to be honest, Aegislash in so many different games was able to put in a lot of work, come back from those really bad spots, right? That's what it's here for. It is so unbelievably bulky, and when you're ready to throw those charge attacks, they hit like a truck. It's an interesting Pokemon, but I definitely need to learn how to use it just a little bit more. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.